Hello, it's Sarah Brian, 7:30 almost. It's February 9th, Friday. I'm continuing the rest of Daniel 2. So there was 10 kingdoms that came out of Rome. There was Anglo-Saxon, Alemanni, Suevi, Burgundians, Visigoths, Lombards, and Francos. Now, if we remember in history, these were the names of those countries at that time. These were the ancient names. But now, Anglo-Saxon is called England. Alemanni is called Greece. Portugal is called Suevi. Suevi is called Portugal. Burgundian is called Switzerland. Visigoths is called Spain. And Lombards is Italy. And Francos is France. Then what happened to the other 3 kingdoms? There's 7 kingdoms that remained, but they're strong as iron. They remain in Europe to this day. But what about the 3 that were broken up? Heruli, Vandals, and Ostrogoths. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change the times and the law. What does this have to do with Rome? They shall be given into his hand for a time, times and a half a time. Obviously, this is speaking about Satan that speaks against the Most High God. Only Satan dares to oppose God. But the court shall sit in judgment, and his dominion shall be taken away, and be consumed and destroyed in the end. So, the way Satan comes is, for the 10 horns out of the kingdom, 10 shall arise, and another shall arise after him. He shall be different from the former ones, and shall put down 3 kings. So Satan's attributes are, he puts down 3 kings. Heruli in AD 493, Vandals in AD 534, and Ostrogoths in 538. Satan speaks against God. This is how he broke off those 3 kingdoms God already knew and set up the Vatican. And what did the Vatican do? The Vatican abolished God's set times and laws, oppressed God's people through the Inquisition, killed millions of Christians, and it came out of Rome. This is giving us the identity of the devil. Then can we disagree with what God said? No, because we already went through all the history that everything God says is absolutely true and is a prophecy. This is a prophecy that God already foretold about the devil. Then does God know all things? Yes. This happened in history. Then let's go to Daniel 7:1, chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel saw a dream and visions of his head as he lay in his bed. Then he wrote down the dream and told the sum of the matter. Daniel declared, I saw my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea. We learn winds in the Bible is war in Jeremiah 4. When the winds come, it's a war coming. So there's 4 wars. So that's between kingdoms, stirring up the great sea. In society, there's kingdoms fighting. 4 of them. And 4 great beasts came out of the sea. Different from one another. 4 great beasts came up out of the sea. That's kingdoms in the Bible. Beasts. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. Then, this was Daniel's vision about the same dream. About the 4 kingdoms. Babylon, Media Persia, Greece, and Rome. So why was Babylon the first compared to a lion with eagle's wings? Well, it was a very majestic country. Lion is king of the jungle, eagle's king of the air. It was king of the whole known world, in trade and everything. It was the king. And it's very majestic. It was very beautiful. It had riches and gold but then what? Then I looked and its wings were plucked off. So an eagle with wings plucked off, what does that look like? It looks like it became weak. And it was lifted up from the ground and made to stand on 2 feet like a man. And the mind of a man was given to it. So the bear stood, and then the lion was lifted up from the ground and made to stand on 2 feet like a man. Then a lion looking like a man is like in a circus. It's a laughing stock. And the mind of a man was given to it. Then it became weak and a laughing stock. Then what happened to Babylon? When Belshazzar took over, he was drinking and intoxication with women and everything. And then Media Persia was able to come and take over. It became weak. But who came next? God again talking about these kingdoms. And to tell us he's a good historian? No. Because he knows everything that's going to happen. And behold, another beast, the second one, like a bear. It was raised up on one side. It had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And it was told, arise, devour your flesh. So another beast, another kingdom, which was, we know already, was Media Persia. Like a bear. Because bears are very cruel beings. And the Medians were barbaric types of people. They lived in like the woods and stuff. And they were very uncivilized. And it was raised up on one side because the Persians were more civilized than the Medians. And it had 3 ribs in its mouth because it destroyed Lydia, Media, and Babylon. Lydia, Medians, and Babylon to make Media Persia. And it had 3 ribs in its mouth. That's why it was 3 ribs. And it was told, arise, devour much flesh. After this I looked, and there, behold, was one like a leopard. So why was Alexander the Great, or the Greece, compared to a leopard? Because it had 4 wings of a bird on its back. That means it was soaring. It was flying. It was so fast. Then Alexander the Great conquered the whole known world in only 3 years on horseback. Who does that? Only because God said he would do it so quick. And the beast had 4 heads, and the dominion was given to it. The 4 heads are his 4 rulers that took over. Exactly 4 rulers. Cassander's, right now it's slipping from my mind the exact names, but there was exactly 4 generals. Cassander and 3 more. But there was exactly 4 generals, I can tell you that took over after Alexander the Great died after 3 years of defeat, after he defeated the whole known world. And after this, in the night, visions, and behold, a 4th beast, terrifying and dreadful and exceedingly strong, had great iron teeth, and it broke in pieces and stomped what was left with its feet. It was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So why was Rome different? It didn't just have political power, but it had spiritual, religious power. I considered the 10 horns, and behold, there came up among them another horn, a little one. So another kingdom with spiritual and political power in Rome. The Roman emperor had the Vatican, which combined politics and religion. In this horn was eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. And next we're going to go to Revelation. Stay tuned.